Bitch, it ain't free. Natural hair costs money. My hairdo costs money. My nails cost money. Everything I do costs money. From the hair to the nails to the lace. Give me my money or get out my face. Bitch, yeah. Do I look free? Bitches better pay me. Time is money, so here's the question. Do I look free? Bitches better pay me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look. Do I look free? Nah. Bitch, I ain't free. Better pay me. Pay me. Bitch, I ain't free. No. Pay me my fee. Look at me. Look at me. Look. Look. Look at me. Hey. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look. Look at it. Look. Do I look free? Do I look free? Free. When I twerk my ass and shake my ass like this and grind my body like this, twerk my body like this. Do I look free? Ride the beat like this.
I'm the problem. Yup. Yeah, I'm the problem. Yeah. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm the problem. Let's go. I said it, I'm the problem. Damn right, I'm the problem. Problem. Look at my face, I'm pretty, I'm a problem. Look at my body, damn, I'm a problem. I'm so sassy, so classy, I'm a problem. I'm so sexy, ooh, I'm a problem. I'm such a baddie, I'm bad, I'm a problem. I'm such a hottie, I'm hot, I'm a problem. I'm such a smarty, I'm smart, I'm a problem. Juicy lips, keep them glossed, I'm a boss, I'm a problem. I'm a winner, you a loser, I'm a problem. You ain't shit without me, I'm a problem. Your views gon' drop without me, I'm a problem. I'm a problem. I'm the problem. Yeah, I'm the problem. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm the problem. Let's go. I said it, I'm the problem. Damn right, I'm the problem. Look at the way I talk, real sexy, I'm a problem. Look at the way I walk, damn, I'm a problem. Too fine, can't help it, I'm a problem. Yeah, I can't help it, I'm a problem. They hate it, debate it, replay it, still watch it, I'm the problem. Every move that I make, they copy it, still can't top it, I can't help it. Yeah, I'm a problem, I'm so...
Calling me cups. It's not, we're not going to do it.
It stops. So if you know, this is going to be like a part 4 of the whole situation. And what had happened was, you know, y'all, this is a mess. I feel like, hold on, someone messaged me something. I feel as if, like, I already knew this was coming, because press 1 if you heard me. I said, listen, when there is a recording and the recording has not been played and no one has heard it, and also people are wondering what's on it, it's going to be held over everyone's head that was a part of the conversation or knows about the conversation. It's going to be held over people's head, and it's best to just unload the clip. I warned that over, like, when it first came out, I said, unload your own clip. See all these ones? I've said that. So it's no shocker. That was my message to everyone involved, to unload the clip and just go to whoever and say, hey, I've said this and I've done this, and you should know. I've been gave this heads up because I already knew that it's inevitable that, you know, I've said it, like, if someone had a recorder of me, I would just come forward either privately or publicly to whoever. Like, if it's about a friend of mine or someone, I would just go to the person, look, when I was on the phone with such and such, I said this about you, bitch. I said this about you. And then now the recording loses its ability to impact you or harm you, because once it's released, or if it's released, you already have swashed it with the other person. They be like, oh, they'll accept your apology or not, but you have already swashed it. So then there is no real surprise. It's like, oh yeah, she told me she talked about me and she talked shit about me, or she said this about me, and we already swashed it and moved on. So now no one has any thing to hold over you because you already unloaded your own clip, and that's best anyway. And then also now you can just go to sleep at night and be peaceful and at peace because now you don't have to worry about any moment. There's a recording, there's recording, there's recording, there's recording, there's recording, there's recording, there's recording. Nah, I ain't fixing to lose no sleep. Listen, bitch, I said this on the motherfucking phone about you, bitch. And it is what it is. I said it and I motherfucking meant it, or I didn't mean it. I take it back now. Whatever it is, listen, I'm going to bed at night and I'm just gonna tell you, look what I said it, and come forward. Unload the clip. And also, to be honest, sometimes, if you feel like you want to say it to more than that person, just to, wash your hands of it, then now it's said and done. No one can, like, I won't say blackmail you, but at least you're not out there wondering like your life is in someone's hands. Because listen, nobody ain't finna be holding nothing over me. Listen, whatever you think you got over me, I'm gonna go live and I'm unloaded, and now you have no more power over me. You have no more power over me. You have no more control over me. You can't blackmail me. You can't try to silence me. You can't do nothing because I'm gonna actually just spill the beans. And then now I'm just gonna let the chips fall where they may. Because like I'm not gonna give you that much power over me, bitch. Now I'm keeping my own power. Even recently, people recorded me in Discord and talking about something totally legal, which is police surveillance. And there were numerous people, a couple of creators, like, oh, we have this sneaker recording, it's so bad, and Dani's exposed. And I'm like, there is no exposing me in a public Discord. My Discord literally says public. So what do you actually have? What kind of TV you have? And Lord have mercy, they played the clip, and I heard the clip, and I'm like, oh, when I said I want to see the mama kneecaps coming in that house, because I didn't believe the story about the mama, her being a caretaker to the mom, because she's all day pissy and stank. She's on lie all day pissy and stank and funky, a matted wig with a nasty kitchen. She ain't cleaning up. If she don't clean up her own kitchen, her hair is a mess. She'll even take 1 second to comb. To rake a comb, you know how to saying go rake a comb through that hair. That mangled wig with the mangled dog with the matching, her and the dog got mangled hair. Low key is mangled and she's mangled looking, So I mean, so that's the recording that even, the raccoon and Maggie were flaunting around and like, oh, we got this recording. I'm like, I went on my own live. Press 1 if you remember. I went on my own live and I played the recording. I'm like, this what y'all talking about? I'm like, shout out to the person that recorded it, because I didn't even know. Like when I said it, I was just talking. I didn't even know I was funny. Like it was actually hilarious. Hilarious. I was like, yeah, that's funny. So shout out to you for capturing a funny moment. I was like, she don't know how to drive. She can't cook. She don't clean. She don't wash her own ass. So how the fuck is she a caregiver? And then her mama she said her mama was bedridden and stuck in bed and she was a caregiver. But we saw her online all day doing nothing but smoking and drinking and looking stank. How you gonna be a caregiver for somebody else? You can't even take care of your own ass. You got dingleberries and crack your ass just like Jag. And we seen them bald patches in your head. And it ain't no alopecia or no health issue. It's just a bitch that don't know how to glue no tracks in her hair. And her idea of just removing the hair glue is just snatching the tracks out. And when you snatch those tracks out without some sort of solvent or something, you're gonna snatch your head bald. So she snatched ball by them weave tracks, and she ain't properly, releasing those. She too lazy to wait and to make sure the glue, dissolves or whatever. She got to hurry up and just snatch some tracks out, and then she just sit there and she don't try to wash the tracks or do anything to tracks. Because she wash the tracks, they gonna get more matted up because they synthetic blend. They're a mixture of synthetic hair and then human hair. Mostly synthetic, like maybe 95% synthetic. Well, to be honest, I wouldn't even get her synthetic blend. I just think it's 100% that synthetic hair fibers, recycled carpet. So she got this recycled carpet on top of her head that she calls a wig, or weave tracks. And then she takes about a pack of the store hair and she glues about 5 tracks like going straight back, and then she has about 4 tracks on each side of her big old head, and it's sparse and low density because she's like one of those people. Have you ever done someone's hair and they got a big old head and they come to you with a little bit of hair? It's like, how you think that your big old head only need a couple of packs of hair? Your big old head and then a couple of packs of hair. I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but you need more than child. Your hair, you need more hair than that. Okay, you need some more packs of hair. You got the normal packs for like an average size head, but if you got a big old head, you gotta get more packs of hair. Cause then now your sewing, people gonna have to we're gonna have to take some from the back and put it on the side, take some from this over here and put it over here. We can't even how to properly close this up because we ran out of fucking hair. So now you gotta go to the hair store to get some more hair because I don't know what you thought. You know what I'm saying? So she can't afford to get all the packs of hair she needs. So that's why she over there trying to make do with just like 1 pack of hair. Well, I would say she probably got like 2 packs of hair, but then it's already thin. So then when she tries to put it in her hair, and then by the way, she recycles it. Like once she snatches it out, you just glue it back into another spot. She just glue it back in. Like no washing her hair, nothing, just let me glue it right here. Let me get the glue and put some more right here. I'm gonna glue this right. Like she is constantly like a cycle of glue and no proper taking care of her hair. You don't take care of your hair, and then you can tell. Because by now your leave-out should be, you should have some new growth and some leave-out that's more better by now. All the time you've been online, we don't see no hair growth and no leave-out, no growth or no leave-out. You sitting there trying to perm. I bet she's sitting there every time she get one little sprout of new growth, she's sitting there trying to slap some of that perm on her hair. Now, if you don't know how to take care of your hair, you also slapping the perm on there, and then you slapping hair glue. Girl, you just primed and just ready to be bald headed. Okay, you're just bald. And that's why you're not really upset at those videos of her, like people snatching the wigs off, because wait, why are we talking about this? Why am I on this topic? Why am I even on how did I get to talking about this bitch head? So yeah, let me get back on topic. Why y'all didn't say nothing? Like it's already getting late and I'm over here. Oh, okay, I know now. Okay, I was talking about the surveillance. My bad. So yeah, so y'all gotta say refocus. I got adult ADHD. Say focus, Dani. Okay, so I was saying that, so when they got that surveillance, I'm like, I don't care about that, because I still, to be honest, thank you for reminding me, I still want surveillance, and I want to see your mama walking in and out that damn house with them kneecaps, to see if them new kneecaps really stuck in bed, or them kneecaps moving about. But I mean, her mama already had charged into the room like a hungry hippo. And she was already wobbling in there and, waddling back and forth to and forth. She put her knees all up in the camera. So we already seen the knees, and she was walking around on the knees. So we already know that you was a fraud. You was like, oh, mama. Yeah, your mama popped up and popped you and exposed you that I thought she would be bedridden with her knees propped up in the bed with some being gay and all that. She was up walking. Right after some surgery, child. After y'all done went to Dollar Tree and got some Band-Aids they put over that damn knee so y'all could grip. Okay? And after your auntie done made you a fake diploma. But yeah, so anyways, the moral of my story is, the point is, that surveillance stuff, saying I want to see them kneecaps, that wasn't like, I don't care about that. I even put it on my own channel. I don't give a fuck. But now they can't really be like trying to use that against me, because I'm like, so what? It's my video. It's my shit. I don't care. Next caller. And if anybody else records anything of me, I'm gonna say, and if I said it, I motherfucking admit it. And then I'm gonna say, hey, who gonna chat me? And who gonna chat me? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. A mess. Stay press. So with that being said, I did tell everyone involved, well, you know, the people that's on YouTube, that is, that it's best to just get ahead of the release of any recording. Get ahead of it. And I'm not saying to go live. Now, Val went ahead and went live. I did not tell Val to go live. But as a heads up, I'm like, people are already talking about you're on this recording. As a heads up, you know, Val, maybe you should talk to Stacey about, you know, anything you might have said on anything. And everyone else. Roxanne doesn't care, you know, about the recording. She been said that she don't care about the recording being released. And just, you know, and to be honest, I've been already said this. Just tell whoever it is about whatever you said. Then now, because like I'm sick of it. Because I've already said from the first day that I'm sick of it, because I felt like the whole recording thing was just going to be out there hovering over everybody. And I felt like maybe Stacey felt like people were talking about her back behind her back, and maybe she's scared about the recording. So I do believe that Stacey is scared about the recording and what could possibly have been said behind her back. Like if I thought people were possibly talking behind my back, I probably want to know what they said and what was said and what was not said and this and that. And also I'd be probably worried about, you know, I do believe, to be honest, I'm waiting for Stacey to hit me back, but I just believe that I don't know where all this stuff is coming from about people coming off of this person and that person, because they are supposed to be trucing. So hopefully Stacey would keep with it. Like, don't be wasting my time, y'all. Come on now. Dion, I don't get no fucks, and Stacey are supposed to be trucing and going their own way. Okay, so I don't know what happened on the last couple of days, but Stacey, I'm gonna need you to get with it. Like, y'all both, I talked to both of y'all agreed to a truce, and I'm not gonna just like be whatever. I'm gonna be fair. That if you agreed to the truce and she agreed to the truce, and I'm the one that mediated it, I'm just saying, like, why not just stick to the truce? Both of y'all gave y'all reasons as to why y'all wanted this truce. And I think both of you should keep your end of the deal as far as that truce goes, because what's the point? Like me going back and forth, that's wasting my time. Like, that's literally wasting my time. I have so much to do. So hopefully they can just keep that, like, keep on. Like, y'all both, like, I'm serious, like both of them have reasons as to why they wanted this truce and why keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't want the truce, then, you know, you cannot just be doing your thing and then expecting the other person to be silent. That's not fair. That's not fair. Like, if I agree to truce with someone, if I will, you know, if they keep their end of the deal, I keep my own end of the deal. That way, you know, because it is what it is. Especially if you already had a mediator, like, in between. So hopefully Stacey will get back to me and, you know, just stick to the truth. And, you know, I think that maybe somebody's in her ear telling her that this is going to happen or that's going to happen, or maybe she's paranoid about what could be happening behind the scenes. I don't know. But what I will say is if two people are, you know, I'm in communication with two people and they both say they want a truce, and then I spend my time going back and forth with both people to truce things out, hopefully they will. Now, that's a separate issue from there's another issue with the recording. So the truce has nothing to do with the recording. Well, it does have a little bit, but not all the way. The recording is like something that's a catalyst. So the truce is between, and the truce was between, let's see here. I'm talking about the one truce between Dion, I don't give no fucks, and Stacey B. And there's also supposed to be something between Roxanne and Stacey B as well, as in both going their own way. But there's other stuff going on behind the scenes, I guess, or people believe that there's other things going on behind the scenes. I can't say everything that I know, but what I will say is that my focus was not on to be honest, the truce between Roxanne and Stacey, because it wasn't really a truce. It was like to keep on just, like not speaking on each other, but that's not the truce I really settled. It was a truce between I Don't Give No Fucks and Stacey B. Right? So now, as far as the recording goes, there were 4 people on the phone call. Let's see, Sip and I Don't Give No Fucks was on the phone call, and Roxanne was on the phone call, and then Evangelist Val were on the phone call. The phone call is, was 2.5 hours, a little over 2.5 hours of phone call. So yeah, people are messaging me, showing me that they are confused. See, that's one thing about YouTube. They are so annoying. They're always messing. I'm not saying always, but YouTube has messed up my live, because now people are thinking that my live just ended when I have a new live going now. Hold on, y'all. I have to reshare this. So that other live is still up, and it says 11 minutes and 27 seconds. And hold on. So I guess when you get to the end of that live, it tries to get you to join membership or switch. And then if you go to my actual channel, you'll see the members. I'm on members only. So I guess I guess if I had went live and I said, well, I'm switching to members only, and then it will just, I don't know. So yeah, there's 4 people on the phone call: Roxanne, Evangelist Val, and then there's Sip, and then I Don't Give No Fucks. Low Key was not on the phone call. So let me actually play some of Evangelist Val video, because she went live. And I did message Evangelist Val and was like, for her to get off live. Like, get off live, okay? So Miss Body said switch her automatically. Yeah, it switched you automatically, but it didn't switch everyone automatically. I don't know why, but it didn't. So Evangelist Val went live for like 17 minutes, and I did message her like it's best to get off live and things like that. Now, my advice was not to go live and try to tell the public about anything. It was to, and that was before today. That I said it about press 1. I already said this like a week ago. Was it over a week ago when I first came out with this? I been gave advice to get ahead of this a week and a half ago or so. Whenever I went live that other time, I said, when I talked about this recording, I told everyone to talk to whoever you've done anything to or said anything to get ahead of it. I've been said that. So that gave everybody opportunity to try to, just go ahead and get ahead of it. It's not no secret. And I believe, for the sake of everything, that we just go ahead and discuss the recording and review the recording, because ultimately this whole recording thing is just not going to stop. It's not going to stop because it's being used. I wouldn't say it's used as blackmail, because I'm not saying that I Don't Give No Fucks is blackmailing anyone. But I mean, she recorded because she thought that she was being set up by people, and whatever reason she recorded it. But I do believe that that's hovering over everyone's head, including Stacey. Stacey probably feels like she wants to know what's on the recording and who said what and this and that. And I also believe that Other people might want it out because they want other people to, you know, be shown for what they said. And I do believe that this is something that people are hanging over people's head. Like if someone had a recording of me and they said, oh, I have a recording of you, and then every day I'm logging in, I already know, like, okay, they have a recording of me. And to me, I would feel like that person is hanging it over my head because, like, well, number one, you have it, and what are you going to do with it? And then you recorded it for a reason. So I will already feel like it's going to be released one day, or you're going to release it, or you're trying, you know, what's the point of the recording? So with that being said, at that time, once I feel that way, I would just go live, or not even just going live. I would go to whoever I was talking shit about. I would go to whoever I was talking shit about if I give a fuck. Now, let me be clear, if I give a fuck. If I was talking about shit about you and I don't give a fuck, then I don't give a fuck. I ain't going to you about shit, you know. Now, if I actually like you and I was talking shit about you behind your back, I would just come to you and like, listen, there's somebody recorded this call and I was talking shit about you behind your back. It might not be good for, you know, optics wise. It might make you look bad, especially if you're supposed to be that person's friend or whatever, but at least you're getting ahead of it and you can sleep at night because you ain't got to worry about no recording. So my advice to anyone, if you realize at any point that someone has recorded you and they're trying to hang it over your head, it's just to unload the clip and you can sleep at night because that person can no longer have this over your head. You'll lose more sleep trying to wonder what can happen or when it can happen than just clearing the air. You know, so I just knew that that this would not end or resolve until the whole recording thing was over. And do I think the whole recording thing will squash everything or resolve everything? I'll be honest, not really, but it will settle people's mind about what was said and what was not said, because I don't know what's up with Stacey, but I believe that she is paranoid. I don't know why. And maybe because she's worried or wondering what's on the recording. I don't know. And then there's also I Don't Give No Fucks, who has over 2.5 hours of recording, and she has this in her pocket. And she also has said that, you know, one day if people keep on continuing, she's gonna expose everything. So when she said if people keep continuing, she's gonna, you know, expose everything, I don't know if she's talking about just Stacey or just even the recording. Now, let me be clear, I don't have the full recording, I only have snippets. And based on the snippets, which is only about 4.5 minutes of snippets, I feel that she sent me those snippets for a reason. The snippets were sent to me for a reason, just to give me a little bit of what was being said and by who, and just, you know, what I guess she felt were like clips or whatever. Okay. Hold on. So obviously, if there is Sipper on the phone call and her on the phone call, she's not really gonna say, you know, post a lot or give me stuff of what Sip is saying. So of course she gives me stuff of what Val is saying, and then Roxanne, and then sometimes her. So that's what the gist of the conversation are on the recordings. Okay. Let me give some shout outs real quick. Shout out to Tourist Queen. Thank you so much for renewing your membership. Again, shout out to Tourist Queen. Shout out to Lisa Connor as well. Thank you so much for renewing your membership. Shout out to Jenny Penny. Happy 34-month anniversary. Again, shout out to you. It says, good evening, Dani Adventures. Hello, hello, hello. Happy 34-month anniversary. Almost 3 years. And also shout out to OG10 Baby for the super sticker. Yes, I appreciate the support. And everybody else, remember, support my channel for free just by hitting that like button. So let's listen to a little bit of what Belle had to say. Okay, hold on.
Hello. Hello. I don't know if y'all can understand me. Okay. And I know this is going to sound real crazy coming from somebody in the hospital, but I don't care. I need to just go ahead and get this out because I'm tired of my name being mentioned. I'm tired of the lies. Hello to everybody in the chat. God bless y'all. I suffered a stroke. Okay. Let me tell y'all something.
Now, here's the thing. I've already said from the very beginning that about the recording gave you the gist of the conversation and said that everyone needs to get ahead of it and just go to whoever about the recording. So I've already been saying that already, but you know, not everyone, and I went to each person, so not everyone has taken my advice to get ahead of it way ahead of time, just to say whatever you say on the phone call. Simple as that.
Stacy is doing her best to tell her truth. Okay? Roxanne and Stacy do not get along with one another. And they have their reasons. Okay? It can
But also, everyone needs to stop trying to blame everyone for Evander's Val going live. Evander's Val is a grown up, she's a grown woman. And Evander's Val is always just going to go live when she feels like going live. Even when people tell her to get off live or not go live, Evander's Val would go live when she wants to go live. Okay. My advice was not for anyone to go live about anything. I've been said over a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever I first posted this, that go to the person themselves, like go privately, like maybe go privately to Stacey B and say what you've said about her, not to go publicly to make a video, but you could talk to you just privately over a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. So a private conversation can be had. No one is really telling her to go live about anything or forcing anyone to go live about anything. So, you know, when I made a suggestion, I didn't say anyone's name. I said it's best to go to whoever you say anything about, and just try to swash it with that person. Okay.
can never be figured out on this internet. It can never be figured out in real life. There are two different people going two different paths on two different journeys. They do not like each other. Roxanne has told me on several occasions she did not like Stacy. Okay?
Roxanne has said on 2 different occasions that she does not like Stacy. So obviously there is a divide where, you know, people are not getting along. You know, Roxanne and Stacey are not getting along, obviously. I don't get no fucks, and you know, Stacey don't get along, obviously. So there is, there's a divide. And a lot of times in friend groups or people are in circles, and there are some people that get along with some people, and there are others that don't get along with other people. Yes, Evangelist Val should not be online. However, the drama is, everyone always says Evangelist Val shouldn't be online. But she's gonna be online. And I do believe that she wants to clear her name or clear things up, because her name is being circled around as one of the people on the phone call. And ultimately, all this internet drama and all this internet mess is not worth anyone's health like declining or anything like that. At the same time, I think that Evangelist Val wants to clear the air and have peace of mind as well. Like, have peace of mind that, the stuff she said, is going to be floating out here. Why not just get ahead of it, unload the clip, and just say her piece so that she can be at peace? Because to be honest, that can also, going live is one thing, but also if you're over there worried about a recording and worried about something getting out, worried about something leaking, and worried about who's going to do this and who's going to say that, that can be stressful. So sometimes it's best to be at peace. Like I said at the beginning of this live, to be at peace is just to release it all, release. People don't understand how things release can be, because that could be hanging over her head, that, the stuff that she's mentioned is live, hanging over her head about the stuff she said and things she's done. And she wants to be at peace. That's another way to look at it. Because holding things in and holding on to things that people are hanging over your head. And let's be honest, this recorded thing, since the day it was mentioned, the whole recording has been over anyone's head as a part of this whole conversation. Because if you said anything on there that, people might frown upon, that's going to be hanging over your head about the possibility of it being released. So you have to, say to yourself, am I going to keep on worried about this all day and night about, this being out and this being on? Or am I just going to, I'm a person, I like to be at peace. Like, you ain't fixing to be holding nothing over my head. Like, nobody's going to have power and control to hold anything over me. I'm just going to be upfront and honest about what I've said and done, and just call it a day. And it is what it is. I'm releasing that shit. I ain't holding on to shit, because that could be holding on to things and holding things in can be stressful as fucking fuck. So I'm not a person that's going to be worried every day and night about a possible leak of anything. Nah, I'm going to just, I'm going to say what I got to say, and then I'm going to log out, and then now I ain't got nothing hanging over me. The fuck? But everyone moves differently. Me, I have a personality where I don't give a fuck. But yeah, send some prayers out to Ladybug Trucker and her mother, and also to Evangelist Val. And hopefully Evangelist Val feels actually better that she released this, and now that it's released, she got ahead of anything that might be, posted. Because when that whole 2.5 conversation comes out, which I bet it will one day, she already got ahead of it and said what she said in the recording. So now everyone say, okay, well, we know Evangelist Val recorded, and she said some stuff about Stacey B. So then now what? What can anyone do to her now, as far as, she said something about Stacey B and recorded, and then now what? What do y'all think about that? Now that you know she's saying this in the video that she said something about Stacey B, how can the recording be used against her now?
Roxanne, Stacy, when me and Stacy first began to be friends, Stacy asked me did I trust Roxanne, and she had reasons for that. Okay.
Stacy asked did she trust Roxanne, and she had reasons for that.
Roxanne has never really trusted Stacy, and she had her reasons. I'm assuming, people don't like one another, and the thing about that is, instead of us being adult enough to walk the other way, we try to get along and we try to become friends. I often can be the person in the middle where two sides are trying to be friends because of me. And that don't make me special. It just means that two different kinds of people are trying to be friends because of me. And so I can be a problem in that way. And I always pray to God to mend everybody around me, including myself. Okay? Because I'm not perfect. And I find myself in these situations where these women are fighting and arguing. And then my name is being brought in as a witness to the bull. Okay? I was on the phone with Sip, Roxanne, the other young lady, and myself.
So right here, she says that she was on the phone with these people, Sip, Roxanne, Dion, and then herself. So 4 people on the phone. Shout out to Tiff. She says, well, Aquarius Moon says, these folks on YouTube keep all types of mess going. I'm happy to be a part of the Avenger community over a year now. A mess, a mess, a mess. They press. Yeah, something yes. And hold on. How come I don't see your message over here? That's weird. Like I see it on YouTube, but I don't see it on my StreamYard. That's weird. Yeah, something is going on with this YouTube because like on my actual YouTube studio, I see y'all's messages, but in my actual studio, I don't see y'all's messages. I only see a few people's messages. It's kind of like I feel like it's 2 lives going on at the same time. I don't know what's happening with this. Like I see Caramel Butterfly right there, and then I see KK's over there. Oh, wait, no. I don't know what's happening. Wait, I only see Nightbot over here. And then, child, listen. Oh, I know what's happening now. Listen. So StreamYard still has my old live, and then it's not showing me any of y'all's comments at all because it's not caught up with YouTube. So I'm only seeing y'all's comments on the other side, like in the chat. This is a mess. Hold on.
And the question was whether or not Stacy was being salted. Not salted. Salted. No, not salted, sister. Whether or not Stacy was being stalked by the young lady. The young lady had all these informations. Different informations against Stacy. Roxanne had all this information. They were telling me these things against Stacy. And so on this phone call that I'm sure y'all will hear, I talked bad against my friend.
So on the phone call, she's saying that Roxanne had information or alleged information against Stacy, and then the other person, Dion, also had information or alleged information against Stacy on this phone call. And then she said that she started to chime in, and then she started saying stuff against Stacey. Okay.
And I don't need nobody to feel sorry for me. I'm a grown woman. I said terrible things. I talked about my friend's leg being fake. I talked about my friend not having cancer. I talked about my friend in general. And Stacey, I apologize.
So she talked about Stacey. Press 1 if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Am I talking to myself? Press 1 if you can actually hear me, because like I don't know what's happening with this whole thing. So she said she talked about Stacey not her and questioned her about things. Is now, you know, she want, you know, what about Stacey? Because, you know, questioning, you know, well, okay, if Stacey's gonna question my cancer, then you know, people need to question Stacey's cancer. And people are questioning on the phone, talking about, you know, whether she has cancer or not. So that was, you know, a part of that conversation. And Val is actually confessing and admitting that she took part in this conversation. And now I'm saying that this sort of thing about like between her and Stacey, that's what you mean by get ahead of it, is because you tell Stacey, hey Stacey, I question your cancer, I question this or that about you, and that's what's on the recording. And then y'all either swash it or you don't swash it, and then move on. And then now nobody has to worry about, I don't get no fucks out there with some sort of 2.5-hour conversation that she's holding over everybody, because everyone knows what it's about. And then that's it. There's no more, you know, holding over your head anymore. And like I said, I will have peace the moment someone says they have a recording of me and I know what phone call it is. I will have peace the next moment, because the next moment I'm going to just admit to the recording, I'll admit to whatever, and just come out with it. Come out with it. I ain't finna have no sleepless nights or no stress or anything I'm worried about that thing. Listen, you got it and you recorded it for a reason. It's going to be released one day, and I'm going to get ahead of it. I'm getting ahead of it, and I'm going to go to bed. I have a thing where I do certain things or say certain things, and I go to bed, and I say I'm gonna wake up to whatever I wake up to. It's a mess, but it's true. Sometimes you just say what you gotta say, do what you gotta say, and then go to bed, and then just wake up and see what all happened. What all happened and what's happened. You know, sometimes you wake up, the dust unsettled. Sometimes it's like, okay, you know. But you went to bed and now you woke up, and now it's like, okay, let's see what all happened. You know, I'm just being honest. It's better that, you know, you don't release it all to say what you had to say and done what you say. And to be honest, there's nothing you can do or say anyways. Once you've done something, somebody recorded it, there is no taking it back or stepping back or removing it or erasing it. There is no way to avoid it or get away from it. So the only thing you can do is just confront it head on. Like if it was something that you can like completely, even before with the Diddy trial, when they tried to pay people off for that surveillance ended up coming out like years later. Years later, that surveillance pops back up after Diddy just thought he handled that surveillance footage. Whenever somebody records something, it's gonna be coming out. It's gonna come out one day. So ain't no like hoping that never come out. It's all whatever somebody record and they intentionally record it, and it's supposed to be private and recorded, it's gonna be leaked. That's the whole point of it, is recorded as you know, to leak it or come out with it. So the moment, I don't know why y'all don't learn that by now. Because I said over a week and a half ago, go to whoever you said anything about and just tell them straight up, this is what I said. And then also, yeah, that's a mess. But also, you know, it can, for optics wise, it can look a certain way, you know, when you're questioning someone, whether they have cancer or not. Now, I will say this, online, and I hate to be this person, I'm just going to be honest, I'm an objective person and a fair person. Online, people lie so much that we in this sector, in this space, people lie so much about everything. It's hard to trust anybody these days. I will be honest, it's hard to trust anybody these days. It's sad and it's unfortunate, but so many people are gripped off of illnesses, of diseases, and this and that for sympathy and empathy. It's hard to believe anybody, but at the same time, you're not going to really think that your friend is going to really question whether you have something or not. You know, that it is what it is. So devil's advocate, I will say that sometimes online, especially in this space, it's hard to trust like who's being authentic or not authentic when it comes to certain things, because certain people get popped. Like it's like constantly things happening. Okay. And I'm not trying to do that to excuse Val or anything else. I'm just saying that in this sector, it is becoming a thing to where now, as soon as someone says that they're a psychologist, I'd be like, oh, you're a psychologist. Because we don't have so many fake psychologists and therapists. We have people, you know, scamming for this and scamming for that. It's sad to say this, but it is true that we have in this sector, in this space, we have been scammed and tricked so much by different people. Child. And I'm not saying it's right or anything like that. I'm just saying. Because I'm telling you right now, anybody right now to tell me they're a therapist or a psychologist, I'm going to look at you side eye. I'm like, another one. Now, I try not to do that with health issues or things like that. But even right now, even I don't get a fuck, I was fishy about hers because she did a fake pregnancy. So I'm like, she did a fake pregnancy. What made me think she want to do the fake cancer? So then I'm side-eyeing that one now, right? And I showed y'all that. So I'm just being keeping it copacetic. So if you are in this space and you share your health issues, you have to just be honest and understanding here. I'm not saying anyone is faking anything because I'm not getting anyone's business or anything like that. Because I believe people until I have no reason not to. So let me say this. I believe anyone until they give me a reason not to when I get suspicious. So Stacey has not given me anything to be suspicious about her about. I don't even have enough conversations or interaction with her to be suspicious of anything because I don't know. The other person sent me some receipts and some other stuff and the fake pregnancy and this and that. So I have a reason to be suspicious of her stuff. Okay, so I'm not speaking on any of that as far as Stacey goes. However, I will give everyone advice in this sector and in this space that when you enter this space, this is the black tea sector and a watered down beef sector. I personally would not share any health issues with anybody in here because the moment you share any health issue, you have some people that's going to be supportive and understanding and empathetic, and others are going to save it in their back pocket to weaponize and use against you. They're going to say it's fake. They're going to just use it against you in some sort of read, or it's going to be weaponized against you. So while you're saying it in a place of safety, in a space of safety and peace and around people that, you know, support you, but other people in ops are going to be listening and they're going to take it from that safe space and take it into a hateful space. And then one day when you have any issues, they're going to weaponize it. Now, I'm not trying to stifle anyone or stop anyone from sharing, but I'm just letting y'all be, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping 100 that anything you say or anything you say or do can be used against you on YouTube, and people will take notice of it, even as a subscriber. So that's just a warning. So as for me, I might say I'm sick or whatever, or, you know, because I barely get sick, but I would never tell anyone anything personal because my ops would just weaponize it. Even little things I say are going to be weaponized because they're always looking for something they can use against you. It's sad. It's unfortunate, but it's the case. So expect that once you say that you have cancer, you're going to have people that surround you and support you. And then on the other side, you're going to have people that say it's fake and you're lying and you're this. And then people are going to make fun of you or even wish death on you. So there's going to be, always expect that when you share something publicly to expect two sides, one supportive and one hateful. And just be willing to embrace or accept, not embrace, but accept that fact. Don't be naive thinking that you're only going to get supportive comments. Now, naturally, most people would expect that if they share something like cancer or a health issue, that there is going to be all support and not negative, because who would be that nasty? Who would be that nasty? Oh, we've been in this space long enough to know that nothing is off limits. Not from children to health reasons, nothing is off limits when people on Mad Day. So just be honest with yourself. Shout out to my mom Sharon in the building. Yes, thank you so much for the fan funding. I appreciate the support. Shout out to Nene. Thank you so much for upgrading to Avengers VIP. Shout out to Judy Coles. Thank you for the fan funding super sticker. I think I already shouted you. Shout out to Chillaxin Chica, says release the Kraken. All right, Chillaxin Chica, behave now. Don't make me send you the time out, Chillaxin Chica. Okay. Shout out to you, happy 46-month anniversary. Shout out to not their other low key that's in this, in the whole, not low key was not a part of this phone call. Okay, so let's see another low key that says, thank you for your track. I gotta go as I have been going through the mourning period of losing my mom. That song helped me disengage off of Facebook and Instagram and work on myself. I'm glad you like the song. I gotta go. I'm glad it's helping you out. And sending some prayers to you. And I think you already have reached out to me in the inbox, right? On IG. But yeah, I'm sorry for your loss and sending some prayers out to you and your family. And I'm happy that my songs offer, comfort to people. And also I would say another song possibly is I'm in Heaven. So I don't know if you listened to that one, but that's another one that's kind of on the same comforting level as I Gotta Go is I'm in Heaven. Okay. And then everybody, oh yeah, shout out to Lisa Taylor. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Again, shout out to Lisa Taylor for the Cash App. I appreciate the support. And everybody else, remember, support my channel for free just by what? Hitting that like button.
Baby, if I never get to say it before I leave this earth, I was wrong for having conversation about you. Because I know now that you love me, and I know now that we are true friends.
So Evanis Val is apologizing to Stacey B and saying, listen, Stacey, I apologize for going after you. As far as not going after you, but like talking about you on this phone conversation and questioning your health condition. And I realize now that you are a true friend, and she's saying that she's regretting having that conversation. Okay.
And I apologize for every word that came out my mouth. But see, this is the difference between me and other people. I can accept when I'm wrong about stuff. I refuse to leave this world with my heart being ugly. Okay? And Roxanne, I love you too. I love you with all my heart. You do say things and you do perpetuate situations, and you have to take accountability, Roxanne, for the things you say. And you did say you didn't want no new friends. You said it. You don't want to really like Stacey, and then you love low key, but you really don't want her to be in our friendship. It's okay to tell the truth. Jesus Christ.
So Boundless Val says, so there are issues that she's trying to say, there's issues between Roxanne and Loki. Now, I will say this for the record, because people need to know my point of view. So, they can take into consideration any biases I might have. I don't have a beef with, Evanis Val or Roxanne or Stacey or Loki. I am not someone that's picking any sides. So I'm not on anybody's side. Okay, I'm just an observer. And have I talked to different people in this whole mess of fiasco? Obviously, everyone should know that. I talked to I Don't Give No Fucks, Sip, Roxanne, Val, Loki, and Stacey B. Yeah, I pretty much talked to everyone in this whole equation. Okay, so I listen to just understand what's happening and what's going on, should I say. Now I hope that I don't get no fucks, and Stacey B, based on the conversation I had with them separately and individually, that they both just go their own way as agreed upon and keep that truce. For Stacey B and Evangelist Val, people have to understand from Stacey's point of view that she's going to feel some type of way about people talking behind her back, no matter what the topic is. Like if you have a group of people you're cool with and hanging with, you're gonna feel some type of way if you find out they're talking behind your back, and even about your health condition. We have to be honest here. I'm a fair person. I'm not going to everyone to talk to me. They're going to expect me to be fair, right? So how would Stacey B feel? People are having this on four people on the phone call having a conversation about her health. She's gonna feel some type of way, and I believe that she probably has been paranoid since hearing about this possible recording and stuff being said about her. She's wondering like what's all going on. I believe that she's fucking paranoid. I hate to laugh, but I'm just saying I do believe that. Stacey B, calm down. Like you're hella paranoid out here. Like you're doing too much. You're breaking truce. Like you already had a truce. You need to just reel it in a little bit, because you already talked to me. You wanted a truce, and I don't get a fucks on a truce. Y'all truced it, so y'all need to simmer down. Because I can't not want to tolerate some foolishness. Y'all ain't been wasting my time. Y'all ain't fixing me wasting my time. Talking about some truce this or truce that, and then y'all come to some resolution to go your own way, and then now, So then we have Roxanne. Roxanne is friends with Zip, and then there's a fallout in the group. I'm not gonna get into everything, but she's friends with Zip, and Zip is friends with I Don't Get No Fucks. So then there is, things going on. I'm not going to get into that because that's just not my place. So then you have Roxanne, who has her feelings about, Roxanne doesn't care about the recording being released because she wants, I guess she doesn't really care about it being released because she pretty much said what she said. Like if I said it, I motherfucking meant it. She said what she said. And she possibly feels like maybe, Stacey, never really liked her that much anyway. I don't know. But anyways, she already had said before that she really cared if the recording was released or not. And then who else is in this mix? And then right here we can hear Evangelist Val pretty much calling out Roxanne, saying that Roxanne has her feelings about Stacey B, and has her feelings about Low Key. So in this way, Roxanne can be like, okay, Evangelist Val, you calling me out in this live. Wait, I gotta listen to it again. But it does seem like Evangelist Val is a little bit calling out Roxanne in this live, are just saying that she doesn't like this person or that person. And I guess Evangelist Val feels like she's getting caught up in all this mess with everybody. Like she's getting caught up in a bunch of drama and a mess. But also, can I just be honest? This is a messy sector, and everyone keeps on acting like there's nobody in this sector that's not messy. This is a messy sector, and almost every creator is messy because that's what the sector is. So I'm not gonna pretend like Val is keep getting caught up in mess. Y'all, I'm not trying to prayers out to Val, but listen, I have to be honest. Like this is a messy sector, and we're not gonna act like Val just this all of a sudden in a mess. Everyone is messy, and people get into mess. Like who in this sector ain't messy? So when you're messy, you get into mess, then you have to you get what comes with the mess. Okay, I'm just being real. Like, so Evander's Val admits now that she was on this conversation with other people, and people are getting her wrapped into the mess. And also, we have to be honest. She's taking accountability in this live. She's taking accountability that she got herself into, that she said things herself. Like, no one's forcing her to say anything. Like, she said stuff against her friend. She's going to be accountable that she said stuff against Stacey. So ultimately, it's up to Stacey whether or not Stacey wants to forgive Val or not. That's their friendship. And she says now she realizes that Stacey is a true friend and she wants that friendship. So what happens between those two is just going to happen between those two. And, you know, and Val has confessed and admitted to what she has done. Yes, we all little messy, just there are levels of mess. Exactly, Eternity. But, you know, some people don't want to be known as messy, or they don't do any mess. But the truth is, in this sector, most creators that I know in the sector are a mess, and they hit panels or go places, and they go places that are messy or in mess. And it is what it is. Like, there's no denying it. I think that people make it a bad thing when it's not really a bad thing, because that's what sector you're in. It's not like this is like even in the church sectors or gospel sectors or whatever, people are messy. There's mess in each sector. So there's no, you know, need to really hide the fact that if someone's messy or not. I think that sometimes people make it a bad thing, so then they can try to villainize people. They villainize people such as myself that are admitting that, you know, to mess, and then they try to, you know, pretend like they aren't messy, so then they can be more self-righteous and holy. When the truth be told, everyone in this whole sector is a part of the black tea gossip messy sector. But yes, there are different levels of messiness. I do agree. Hold on.
Why can't we just tell the truth? I want it to be okay. And let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck about nobody to say, oh, she was in the ICU and she was on YouTube. Who gives a fuck where I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing? This is my life. This is my fucking life. And if I want to make it clean before I die.
So right here, she's going to say right here that she said that she doesn't care about what anyone says about her being on YouTube. People are messaging me like, you know, try to get Val off YouTube. I'm like, she's grown. Like, there's nothing, I can't get Val off YouTube. So, you know, she's going to do what she wants to do. Like, even right now, she says she don't give a fuck about who says you don't need to be on YouTube. And I want y'all to focus on what she's saying now. She wants to clear the air and have a clean slate and clear the air. So this is obviously something that probably has been bothering her and on her mind about this recording and this and that. And you know, just like the stuff might be on Stacey's mind about this, what's happening with everyone on the phone call about her, or what she's hearing about this recording and what's recorded and what's not recorded. She's paranoid. Evander's Val might be worried about the recordings getting out and what's going to be said about her and this and that, you know. And other people, you know, they're worried, and the only way to really end the worry is just for everybody to be upfront and straightforward and tell the truth about their involvement or any parts, and then move on. Like, the fuck, like, you ain't gotta tell me, because listen, once you tell me you got something recorded of me from a certain day and I know what it is, I'm gonna beat you live. Ready, set, go. I'm gonna beat you live. But first, I'm gonna go actually tell the other person that's involved, like, listen, I'm about to go live about this and that, what I said, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna beat you live. Ready, set, go. You see what I'm saying? So then that way, you know, I'm ahead of it. And by the time you go live, everybody already know all the tea. They already got all the information. And, you know, will they still probably talk about it? Yes. But will it hit hard? Not really, because you already done confessed. You already said everything. So it's like, what can you do now? Well, she already, you know, she already done confessed. She already admitted to it. So what else next? What's next? There's nothing next. because you unload it. But there are some people that never unload anything. They just sit around for years and months and months and months, just letting someone hang something over their head of some recording or some receipt or something over their head. So then they're always under that person's power because that person has something on them. Child, you can have shit on me, bitch, because whatever you think you got on me, about to try to pop off, I'm gonna go ahead and just say what it is. And I hate to be that way because people be like, dang, daddy, it's like that. But I'm gonna just say what it is, and I'm just gonna go back to my life. I'm gonna go ahead and go get me something to eat, child. I'm just being honest. If there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just gonna say, you know, just call it, just say whatever it is, and just let the chips fall where they might. I'm just gonna log out, go to bed, get something to eat, and you know, it's out of my hands anyway. If something is out of your hands and out of your control, there's nothing you can do anyway besides just to, you know, try to get ahead of it.
I can make it clean before I die. Nobody matters more to me than myself and my.
So she wants to make it, she wants to clear the air before she goes. Or now, I hate when people talk like that before you go. Prayers and vow for healing and recovery. Don't be saying things about before I go. However, the message is clear that she's trying to just go ahead and clear the air. Like, listen, I'm just gonna put it all on the table. I talk shit about, you know, I questioned Stacey B. I said something about Stacey B that I should not have had. She's my friend. I apologize to Stacey B and even Roxanne. So that's, you know, some people actually do that. They want to clear the air. There's nothing wrong with clearing the air. So then now she, you know, now she just got to let the chips fall where they may. See if Stacey B is going to forgive her or not, and then move on from there. Now, Stacey B, girl, I need you to calm down because you just breaking Truce out here now. It's more than just a recording that I talked about, because I talked to Stacey B and I Don't Give No Fucks, and they agreed to a truce. And I think that since they both agreed to a truce, then they a truce for a reason. They should stick to the truce. Yeah. There's obviously things that y'all both want private on both ends, and that's why y'all truce. So why is Stacey breaking it? Now, she hasn't went too far with it, but you're breaking it still. So hopefully she reins it all in. And now if she has more understanding about this recording and what's happening with the recording, maybe she can calm down. Maybe she'll calm down once she understands now that Boundaries Vow has apologized and admitted her part in whatever in the recording. And Roxanne has said her piece, other people are saying their piece about it. Maybe she'll have more peace about, okay, this is what was happening or what was being said, and this is what was being planned or thought about or discussed, and then maybe she'll calm down. Okay? Or be at ease, should I say.
Integrity and how I feel and how I come across, because I never meant to hurt a soul. I never meant to hurt nobody. So it don't matter because this is just an app. But my life, my spirit, what I've done in this life for Jesus, it will live on long after this shell is put into the ground, long after the songs are sang and the hymn books are put away. Who I was and what I did will be talked about. And I don't want it to be said that I was a liar, because I didn't lie. I went off what I was told. My emotions ran wild because I believed what people told me. Low key, I love you, sister. I love you for everything you ever did for me and gave to me.
So she's trying to say that people were telling her things and telling her this and telling her that. So she was, you know, let me go back and see what she said. But I guess she had people in her ear about Stacey, what she's trying to say. And since she had people in her ear about Stacey, she started to say things about Stacey and question her cancer.
Now you treated me and my family. See, these are women who I felt had my back forever. And when I felt stabbed in my back, I was hurt. And I turned on them because I was devastated. And so with Roxanne and Sip, I said, with Roxanne and Sip, I said things I would have never said about Stacy.
So she said to Roxanne and Sip, she said things that she would never have said about Stacy. And I do believe that the recording was a way to also show proof that, okay, so if I don't get no fucks, you know, she has issues with Stacy, and other people are having issues with Stacy. I believe that she felt like she needed to record people talking about Stacy too, so it's not like, hey, I'm not the only one that's talking about Stacy or has an issue with Stacy or doesn't believe Stacy has cancer, or you know, she probably wanted some sort of receipt. And also I believe that she felt like she was being set up as well. So she thought she was being set up. She recorded the call. That's what she said, that she felt like she was being set up. And with that, there's some sort of thing about, you know, people not believing that Stacy B has cancer. So then there's like that, I guess, to try to expose whether or not she has cancer or not. Yeah.
And I'll never die without letting Stacy know I'm sorry, baby.
So she's sorry to Stacy B for her part in this whole thing. Having a conversation about Stacy B and her health condition, or whether she has cancer or not, and other topics. And again, I only have about 4.5 minutes of that recording. So if you're expecting that whole recording, the only person that has the full recording is I Don't Get No Fucks. She sent me about 4.5 minutes of the recording only. Okay. And I believe that she said not to release it, to be honest, or she don't want it on there. But I can tell by the clips that she sent me that she did want those actually posted, or, you know, or put online or whatever. And I believe that Stacy B is worried about the recording, or has thought about the recording and what all has been said, because people can come to her and say, oh, I've said this and I said that. But I believe that, you know, she wants to hear for herself as far as what was said or not said. So she's feeling like people are after her or plotting against her. So that's why I believe her paranoia is coming from, and she believes that it's plots against her, or people are up against her, and she doesn't know what has been said about her or what's happening behind the scenes, and this and that. I will say that she needs to stop, because there's no current thing behind the scenes of people coming after her. I Don't Get No Fucks has Truce, and she go her way. Stacy B goes her way. There's no current thing like happening to go after her. Wright Root does not have any recordings of anything. I don't know where she's getting this from. Like, oh, Wright Root has recordings. No, Wright Root does not. Even in my messages with I Don't Get No Fucks, she actually said that she has not really reached out to no Wright Root. She has not reached out to Wright Root or anything like that. So this is all like in her head, like, or someone's in her head or in her ear. So she needs to stop that thing. She needs to just stick to the truth of, you know, her and I Don't Get No Fucks. Y'all have a truth, stick to it. Okay. Yeah. But I do believe I Don't Get No Fucks, you know, people are questioning her cancer, and she wants it to be known that people are also questioning Stacy B's cancer. It's like, okay, well, you're questioning my cancer. Well, guess what? Some of people that you're friends with or cool with or around you they're questioning your cancer. So I think that that's the whole purpose of the recording as well. That she thought she was being set up, and also to have receipts of other people besides herself questioning Stacy, whether Stacy has cancer or not. You see what I'm saying?
Sorry. I'm
not good. I'm not great at making choices all the time. I'm wise in some ways, but in some ways I'm still growing. I don't claim to know it all, but I do claim to be trying. And I don't mind when people see me fall, but I do care when people see me trying to get up. This video is not for pomp and circumstance. This video is for people to understand that as God works through your infirmity and through your low places in life, as He works through all the things that don't feel good.
Let me give a shout out to Live More. Again, I apologize, but StreamYard was not letting me pin y'all's comments. So you wonder why Dani ain't pinning no comments. I use a new feature they have, and the feature, well, this might work right here. No, it's not. So they have a new thing where you start a live in regular public mode, and then once you set a timer, and then once the timer ends, it switches everyone and redirects everyone to a members only live. But here's the issue: once it did that, it didn't start me a new StreamYard. It started a new YouTube show though. So now it's weird because I cannot pin anyone's comments. I can see them in another browser, but not in StreamYard. So I can't pin it. And then I also can't see any like people's super stickers. I can't pin your super stickers, but I can read them. So happy 29th. So from now on, I will until they fix this, I will just do the old way I used to do members only. But yeah, shout out to Live More. Happy 29th month anniversary. 29th month anniversary. 29th month anniversary. 29th month anniversary. She says, let this be a lesson. Please stop sharing finances. This is a sector full of grifters and scammers. Protect yourself. And if you want to be generous, don't over advertise it and risk being taken advantage of. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And, you know, that's how this sector is ran or run. Okay. And yeah, that's good advice as well. Shout out to you. Happy anniversary. And I appreciate you for being a mod. And also shout out to Ladybug Trekker says, thanks again for all your prayers for my mom. Thanks, Dani. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, sending prayers to your mother. Y'all, this is all crazy and a mess, right? But I kind of figured that this would not be settled until, in my opinion, it won't be settled until people probably hear the whole conversation. Once the recording is mentioned, people are not going to be really settled until they hear the whole conversation, to hear everything that was said. And then people like, okay, this was said, that was said. So now let's all move on. As long as there's any piece of the recording remaining, there's going to be people questioning what was said or not said, or in its totality. That's how it goes. Yeah. So like I said, but the thing is, the good news is that now that Val has gotten ahead of it, it's kind of like some people are not going to care about it anymore. They're not going to care about it as much. Okay. So Val admitted that she said this about Stacey and this about Stacey on the phone. So now how many people are really going to care about it as much? It took some of the mystery out of it. Like once you unload and confess, it takes mystery out of the whole situation. Because now we're like, okay, well, Val said this and she said that, and she confessed to it, and it's up to Stacey whether she'll accept her apology or not. And then now what now, right? Now, granted, people still want to hear it for themselves, but the confession takes the sting away.
And all the things. What? You only get one life. And no matter how people think I've lived mine, I've lived mine. No matter how people think I've done wrong, I've asked for forgiveness. No matter how people think I should have done it one way, I did it to the way I thought I should have. And this is the thing. Everybody has to fall down in order to get back up. I don't know what's going to happen in this world. I don't know what direction we're going to have to turn in order to turn around. I don't know if falling down and rolling over onto one another is what it's going to take. But I do know this. If it had not been for the Lord on my side, if it had not been for the grace and the mercy of Jesus, the forgiveness of God that saw me at my lowest point in my life.
Here's the thing, Real Gold. I hate to say this, but you say why this couldn't leave this. I agree Val should not be in this mess, but at the same time, I'm not going to just, skate over everything. It's not like Val just admitted to and took accountability that she was on this phone call and that she chimed in and said something about Stacey and she took accountability for it. So Val is taking accountability for her part in this situation. Yes, Val is in the hospital. Yes, Val is unwell. However, she's taking accountability that she had a part in this whole thing for Stacey. She's not apologizing for anyone else's actions, like Roxanne or anyone else. Still, for I don't give no fuck. She's apologizing to Stacey for her own words that she said against Stacey, for her own statements against Stacey. So in this sense, Val is a part of this herself. I hope you get what I'm saying. Val is a part of this situation, not because of someone else, because she's a part of it. Like, she got on the phone call, she was on this phone call, she's recorded on this phone call. So she's pretty much saying that even though people are telling her not to go live, she wants to clear the air. She wants to clear the things up and clear the air that about her involvement in this situation. So I hope press one if you kind of understand what I'm saying. She's not like a person that's out of it. I'm a person that's out of it because I'm not on the phone call and I'm not the one saying anything about Stacey. I'm not in this. So Val is in this because she's one of the people that was on the phone call talking about Stacey B. So she's not being brought in. She's clearing her part, or she's taking ownership and accountability for her part. Now, should she be on here and she's unwell and she's in a hospital? No. However, she's saying that she doesn't care what people's, saying that she should be on here. She wants to get on here and clear the air and take accountability for her statements about Stacey B and her question of Stacey B's health. So I do agree that, she should be on here. However, I don't agree that she's not a part of this mess and she's not accountable like she should. She's accountable for her own part in this. Now, some people will say this is like petty and messy and, there's no point in addressing this. And I agree, I wouldn't go live about this. However, her and Stacey B talk all the time. Like, they talk and they have these phone conversations. It won't be her to just, to just privately tell Stacey B like what you said. And I suggested that like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. Whenever I first made a video, I said anyone that's on this phone call talking about anyone, just have a private conversation or a conversation with whoever and just admit what you've done. I didn't tell anyone to go live publicly and blast what they've done, but to just unload the clip and just get ahead of anything. because the recording is gonna be released. Like that full recording is gonna be released. There's nothing you can do to, you know, it's inevitable. When I record something, it's for a reason. If I record a conversation, a phone conversation, it's for a reason. It's because I'm gonna post it. It's for a receipt. It's a receipt. Now, when will I release it? Or what time I release it? When, what day I release it? I don't know, but it's definitely for a receipt. Okay. Otherwise, I'm not recording. I don't record like I don't record calls between friends or people I consider a friend. I don't record those phone calls. So that when I do record, then yes, it means that I don't really trust everybody on the conversation. I feel like people are going to be lying or spitting things, and I need a record and I need a receipt.
That's how I see the people I love. I forgive you. There's not a person on this app that I have not forgiven because I don't have time. I don't have time to hold on to grudges. So release the phone calls and the emails and anything else you have. I love my friends. I love my sisters.
So right here, she's saying, go ahead and release the phone calls, release the emails, release whatever you have. And to be honest, you know, I think she's just trying to go across the board of any emails anybody might have sent her. She pretty much saying that she doesn't care what comes out, like whether it's phone calls, emails, whatever, release it. My advice is, to be honest, and you know, I need to take my own advice, is that you know, anything that involves more than you, when two people are meeting up for any reason or joined together or grouped up for any reason, you never know at any point when someone might get mad on Mad Day and then release the crack and then release everything. Emails, phone calls, whatever, text messages, IG. You never know. YouTube is crazy. Now, I've been out here since 2021. And for the most part, I really haven't had like a major like group chat issue. I know some people that on their channel, they had a bunch of major group chat issues, but I really haven't had that, you know, yet, like major. But you have to be careful with group chats, group phone calls, anything like that. Because people are always looking for some sort of content.
I've made mistakes and said wrong things, but God be the glory for forgiveness. Because it don't change that I love them. And I pray that we get to a place one day and we don't have to get there together. And I don't believe I'm going to get there with y'all. Please. Please show one another more grace and mercy. Please stop trying to be the one. The big bad wolf. The queen. Please stop trying to be the one that everybody's afraid of. Stop trying to be the one.
I personally say that the whole recording needs to be played, because that's the only way to squash the whole thing and move on. The whole thing released, and then everybody just move the fuck on. Then there's nothing that can be healed over anybody, because that's annoying as fuck. That's annoying to have anything. I hate when people hold stuff over people or have something healed over. I'm a person, I don't like people to hold nothing over me. Like, if you're gonna be trying to expose me or pop me, or you gonna record me, possibly could release it, child, I'm gonna just go ahead and just say, you know, like, you're not, you know, I'm gonna just say whatever I said, the fuck. And that way that you won't have no hold or power or control over me, because I can't not be controlled, and I refuse to be controlled by anyone. Okay, so the moment you say you're gonna pop me or expose me for something, I'm gonna hit live and tell it myself. I'm gonna tell it, and then at that moment, be like, damn, that was my tea. I was gonna expose that. Oh, my bad. I ain't mean to, you know, leak your own tea, what you thought. There are some people that actually y'all know who it is. People that were actually gonna go in their inbox and try to expose messages or release messages from me. And by the time they got to their inbox, press 3 if you know. By the time they got to their inbox, all the messages was deleted. They was like, dang, she done empty out the inbox, out the box. I surely did, because I knew. And I know you're gonna go through all the messages and put it on your Patreon, use it all, and try to use me as your content. I don't care how stupid the messages is or are. You thought you was gonna go through a whole thing and have a month worth of content, just reading messages between us. And you went to your inbox looking crazy. A mess, and that's why you bitches stay pressed. Oh shit. That's how YouTube works. You thought you had something, but oops, you ducked too slow. You moved too slow, you dumb dummy. But yeah, so that's what happens. Like, expect. And by the way, was I right? Was I right that that person was gonna go to their inbox and try to expose everything I ever said or messaged them and put it out? Stupid or not, was I right that they were gonna do that? I was right, because guess what they did? They went to their inbox and said, oh, they're all gone. The fuck you thought? A mess. So yeah, with that being said, when I say get ahead of something, that's exactly what I mean. Get ahead of it. You get ahead of it before they can try to pop their gums. You already got ahead of it in some sort of way.
That's bigger than God. That's stronger than him. Stop trying to be the one that wants to be admired and respected, that wants all of the love and the glory, but don't want the nails in your hands. Stop trying so hard to prove what you have, because if you don't have God, if you don't have spirit, if your soul is empty, if your soul is empty and nobody has ever looked within you and felt your light, I guarantee you have done nothing in this world. You have done nothing in this world worth raising your hands for. Oh, glory be to God. I thank you, Jesus. I thank you for one more day. I thank you for one more opportunity to hit live, Jesus. I thank you for the opportunity to say I'm sorry. I thank you for a chance to use this voice as it leaves this body. Heavenly Father, I thank you. I thank you for strength in my limbs today. I thank you, Heavenly Father, because if it had not been for you by my side, bless, Father God. Bless those of us who just can't seem to get it right because we just won't allow you in our lives, Lord. Bless Stacy and Naomi and Roxanne and her children. Loki and her family, Lord. Bless all of the people on this channel. Lord, I love you. I worship and adore you. In your most gracious name, till we meet again.
So yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna only play what I have, which is 4.5 minutes, well, 4 minutes and something of a clip. Now, as you can see, Val already confessed that she said things about Stacey, and she already apologized. And Roxanne was already saying before that she doesn't care about any recording being released. And Sip is not on the clips that I have, and I believe that that was intentional, that anything that he said was not said to me as far as the clips go. And then I Don't Get No Fucks was also making sure that only certain things that she said was released. So in that way, I can tell that this was recorded, or these receipts were given, because it's kind of like a holdover people that like Val, and to put a hold over Val and even Roxanne. And I wouldn't say 100% Roxanne, but to kind of show that those two were a part of not believing that Stacey had cancer. Because Stacey, you know, saying that I Don't Get No Fucks possibly doesn't have cancer, or, you know, believing that or whatever, that she also wants people to like, you know, like think about, you know, Stacey B, or be suspicious of Stacey B. It's kind of like a tit for tat between those two, right? So then it becomes, now the recording is being used as a way, well, I have these receipts over these people, like on this phone call. And it's me. When I say me, I mean like, so I Don't Get No Fucks and Sip. Obviously, she's not there to try to expose I Don't Get No Fucks herself and Sip, right? So who is she trying to expose? Obviously, Val, by saying that Val was having doubts about Stacey B cancer. And then that Roxanne was in on this call too. So with that way she can say, hey, this is not just about me and Stacey B. Other people, it's kind of like if I say I don't believe someone has cancer, and then some of their friends or people that they're cool with also join in and say, well, yeah, we might not believe she has cancer either. And then you record that. So then now it's like, okay, well, I'm not the only one that said it or discussed this. Your people that you're fucking with said too. You see what I'm saying? Press 4 if you actually understand what I'm saying. So then now you can kind of hold this over, because if you have beef with Stacey, and also there's a whole nother thing about like who's stalking who. Is like, is Stacey stalking I Don't Get No Fucks, or is I Don't Get No Fucks stalking Stacey? They go back and forth on this beef on who's stalking who. So then now I Don't Get No Fucks, it's feeling like she's being set up, so she records as well, and also to have a receipt, and she feels like she's been set up by others. And there's like I Don't Get No Fucks on one side, and then Stacey on the other side, and then people in the middle. And the people in the middle don't know who to believe, whether they believe Stacey or I Don't Get No Fucks. So they're caught in the middle of this whole thing. And then what's her name? You know, y'all, it's a mess. So if she really wanted a certain thing to happen, I believe that she would have released certain things, but she left out whatever her and Tip said. So that way, the two people that I believe that she wants to, you know, let know that it's recorded about what they said. So now they can't take it back. There's no taking it back that you said something about Stacey B and what you thought about Stacey B, because it has been recorded. So the only way out of it is to confess what you said about Stacey, and not, you cannot really hide it. And then if you go online pretending like you're cool with Stacey and everything's good with Stacey, now someone has a receipt of you talking shit about Stacey or questioning Stacey behind the scenes. So now they can say, oh, well, you ain't Stacey and as cool as y'all make it out, because how come you was on the phone discussing with me what you was discussing with me. So then that can hang over your head that there's a receipt. But anyway, to be honest, like all this is kind of whatever to me because I'm a person that like I upload clips, so I'm not gonna. None of this will work on me. Like this whole thing would not work on me because the moment I knew that she recorded that phone call, I would have reached out to Stacy. It was like, Stacy, I was, to be honest, girl, I was on a phone call, you know, questioning whether you had cancer or not, and this or that was said, and it's recorded. It was recording of me saying this. I would already reached out. Like even though it would make me look, however it made me look. I would just reach out and get ahead of it and then I would move about my day. I move about my life. So if you plan on doing something like that with me, listen, it won't work. Because the moment you let me know of your intentions to try to expose something I've said to you in confidence or in private or some sort of recording, I'm going to get ahead of it. And then now you don't have nothing then. So whatever weapon you just thought you had, I have now unloaded it. So then now you have no weapon against me. Oops. See, all of this only works on people that want to hide or, you know, don't want their, you know, the truth out or, you know, afraid of consequences or, I don't know, but that won't work on me because the moment I know that you have something, I'm just going to just unload. And then now you don't have a weapon. And that's the best thing you could ever do is if your enemy doesn't have a weapon to use against you, then they have nothing in their arsenal. So I don't want people to have a weapon against me, so I will unload it. So then now you have no weapon. You see how that works? If you allow them to keep it loaded, they have a weapon against you. Nah. Unload that motherfucker. I'm just being honest. Now it's not always where you unload because sometimes you can go too far and revealing too much and saying too much that somebody don't even got because you're just doing too much. So there is still a method to the madness. Don't just start going squeaking like telling all your business in it, but all your skeletons are buried. It's not like that. It's when you know a certain something and you already know exactly what it is of what somebody's about to do, and then that's when you unload. Okay, you don't just start just unloading just random shit like what the hell, what the hell? Nobody has my permission to use anything without asking me for permission, especially on YouTube because you will get a strike. So I suggest anyone ask me for permission before using anything of mine that I post.
Right. And you're not the first one. People, Roxanne's my witness. People been telling me. She messy, Val. She don't mean you no good. She the same thing. She trying to isolate you. She don't want other people to talk to you. And listen.
So right there, that was just a snippet. And then of course this whole thing is about who is all about talking about Stacey B. 4 people on the phone. There's Silk, I don't give no fucks, Val and Roxanne, and they're only talking about who Stacey B. And like I said, now that Val has already confessed and said what she had to say, there's nothing really left to say about any other recording, to be honest, because she pretty much told like, hey, I was talking about Stacey B. It was questioning your cancer. It was this and it was that. So now there's nothing else that can be threatened on. Now she could, to be honest, move on in peace from this whole situation. That's how I see it. Because she has unloaded the clip from I Don't Get No Fucks. Even though technically I Don't Get No Fucks has over 2.5 hours. As long as you know that the 2.5 hours is about the same type of conversation, then she has pretty much unloaded the clip. So now she doesn't have to worry about the recording no more. And that's why she says, oh, release the record, release that. So she got ahead of it, right?
I'll tell you something. And now that we have spoken, I want you to know, if you ever hear anybody say I said something, you get a hold of me, because I don't do that. I don't have, one of my biggest faults is that I have such a caring heart. And so knowing that you was going through cancer, whether she said it was good, because she tried to say you was lying. And for me, I don't believe people lie about that kind of stuff to the evidence show.
So right here, Val is trying to say, I guess, that Stacey B was saying that I don't get no fucks, was lying about cancer. So, and this way, Val says she doesn't, she's not going to believe anything like that until, anyways, let me play it again because I'm tired. Hold on.
One of my biggest faults is that I have such a caring heart. And so knowing that you was going through cancer, whether she said it was good, because she tried to say you was lying. And for me, I don't believe people lie about that kind of stuff to the evidence show. And I think she was trying to project and throw it off of herself.
Mm-hmm. Child, right there, she says, I think that she was trying to project and throw it off on herself onto you. But it's kind of like projection is, she's the one faking cancer, and then she's trying to project and throw it off onto herself that, onto you. And it's talking about Stacey B. But again, she's already taken accountability that she was questioning Stacey B's cancer on this phone call. Okay, press 2 if you can actually hear, or 3 if my music is too loud. Okay.
Put it on you. And so for me, I was like, well, I don't have no reason to talk about her. And she's sick. Like that's how I look when I'm saying don't talk about me and I'm sick, but I'm talking about her. No. And me and you don't have no beef. We don't have no problem. Mm-mm. We ain't never had one for real. We've never really had a problem between you and I. It's always been her in the middle. Yeah. And so all apologies accepted. I'm a be.
So, this is the actual thing. This is the nature of the phone call. We don't have an issue. It's always been Stacey in the middle of us causing issues. Blase.
Praying for you to stay cancer-free, baby.
Amen.
Hey. And just stay, listen, and let me just encourage you, stay away from anybody that don't mean you no good.
But that's what... And it takes a lot for me to hold my tongue. Mm-hmm. Because I'm a tongue-holding motherfucker.
Hold mine, bitch.
This is making me mad. I'm sorry to get a little misty, y'all, because it's like...
Don't you cry, because then I'm going to get pissed.
But see, how y'all think I feel that this woman is stalking me?
So I don't get no fucks is going on about Stacey stalking her. Stacey says she's being stalked. I think both need to just go their own way and quit with this. You're stalking me, I'm stalking you. I think both of you have other people in your ear, and you're both paranoid. And listening to both people on both sides, both of you are paranoid. You're both paranoid about each other, coming for each other. And you're both accusing each other of lying about cancer or whatever, allegedly, based on what's been said. And you both need to just go your own way, because, yeah.
Put yourself in my shoe. How y'all think I feel?
When she tried to go in on me today, I was just like, she ended our conversation with "fuck you, Roxanne." I was like, I don't know who to believe. I was like, you're saying that she's stalking you, and you saying that she's stalking you, and she's saying you stalking her. And I was like, I don't know who to believe. She was like, "Fuck you, Roxanne." I said, "Fuck you too."
So who do you believe?
I've been believing you. And I didn't even know you.
Yeah, she was just trying to get Roxanne to say she believes her.
And the thing about it is,
I don't know who to believe.
Right.
Good job. A mess.
I've been believing you. And I didn't even know you.
Yeah, she was just trying to get Roxanne to say she believes her.
And the thing about it is, right. And, but I didn't want to just come right out and be like, well, I just honestly don't believe you, because then it would have led to, why don't you believe me? And then it would have led to this question, and it would lead to this question. And me being the type of person I am, I hold shit very, I play poker. I know how to play poker. But I'm going to keep this conversation between the four of us, because I don't even talk to
I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that part. Yeah, I'm about to log off, y'all. I gotta go eat my food, okay? Yeah. I'm sorry, that was that didn't really age well, okay. A mess. Okay, hold on.
person I am. I hold shit very, I play poker. I know how to play poker. But I'm going to keep this conversation between the four of us, because I don't even talk to Stacey like that.
Right.
You know, this entire time that you in the hospital, Val, I don't think I talked to Stacey not one time. Not once.
But the shit is so scary though, because it's like, lady, I haven't talked to you since February. It's damn near February again, and you're still talking about me.
And she's telling people you're stalking her.
Yeah, and people believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they believe that she has cancer. They
believe it because you've never said anything to refute it.
But y'all don't see what I tell you, Sip. I would never speak on it in public because she's going to hang herself.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Child. Oh yeah. Lord have mercy. But anyways, what do y'all think? I think that Val pretty much has gotten ahead of this situation because she already apologized to Stacey already. So it's like, we got to see what the conversation is really about. So there's nothing really like, you know, what else could be on the other conversation? Like, to be honest, it's 2.5 hours of conversation, so a lot could be said. I'll be honest, a lot more can be said in 2.5 hours, but if you get the gist of the conversation that this is the main topic, then most likely probably was repetitive and redundant.
Yeah.
She's hung with me. She don't ever have to say shit to me. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'll get in the motherfucking plane and come down there.
Calm down.
Don't get it fucking twisted.
It's the heroin speaking.
No, that ain't the heroin. That's that cocaine.
Y'all, everything y'all want to fucking see.
Huh?
I have not been in contact with this lady until she reached out to me on fucking Venmo.
Anything to us, because I and Val believe you.
Child. Anyways, I gotta go eat my food, and I'll probably go on Discord for a minute. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. All right.
Like I told.
All right, yeah, I gotta go. Bye. Hit that like button on y'all way out. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
She's hung with me. She don't ever have to say shit to me. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'll get in the motherfucking plane and come down there.
Calm down.
Don't get it fucking twisted.
It's the heroin speaking.
No, that ain't the heroin. That's that cocaine.
Y'all, everything y'all want to fucking see. I have not been in contact with this lady until she reached out to me on fucking Venmo.
Anything to us, because I and Val believe you. Like I told.
Now, why was she know what she did when she was sending me that, right? Because she said she says I and Val believe you. This like a you know, shots fired towards Stacey B. Like Val and Roxanne believe me and not you. You see what I'm saying? The messages were selective. Y'all see what I'm saying? That this was selective. This was selective to send me these selective messages. Anyways, after YouTube Days of Our Lives continues. A mess.
You gon' fuck around and find out. You gon' fuck around and find out. I'ma put your ass in timeout. I'ma give your ass a knockout. I'ma give you a whooping your mama should get ya. Oh, you gon' fuck around and find out. I got time today. You gon' find out. Yo, anywhere, any place, map it out. It's on site. You gon' pull up, you ain't gon' pull off. You gon' fuck around and find out. Oh, you thought you could try me? Oh, you thought you could play me? I'm the coach, you the player. You can't teach the coach. You can't play the coach. You can't beat me at my own game. You can't cheat when it's my game. Checkmate, don't calculate. I win, you lose. That's 1 for me, 0 for you. You gon' fuck around and find out. You gon' fuck around and find out. Why them other bitches mad? Why them other bitches hating? These bitches is mad. These bitches is sad cause they fucked around.
Oh, I also want to say this, that if you actually look at the recording underneath the picture, you can see where she's pausing and sending me clips of it. So I wouldn't say that is edited or anything like that. I'm saying that she's giving me certain parts of the conversation because I can actually see that where Kyle put this in order is how she like I can see the timeline. If you actually look at the recording of any recording that you record on your phone, like a voice memo, you can see how long the recording is and where someone is pausing or stopping or pausing and stopping. So when I say selective, she's going to certain parts of the conversation and clipping that part out. I'm not saying that she's splicing or adding or doing this and doing that. Okay, so I want to make that clear that she's just picking certain parts of the conversation. Obviously, because Sip is on this conversation as well. We don't hear Sip, right? So, yeah. Now I will try to see if I can get the conversation, like more conversation pieces. However, I will say this: I don't really see the point because I think that we can kind of get the gist of it. I mean, you know, Val already confessed and told that, you know, that she was talking about Stacey. So now all that's left is for Stacey to forgive Val or not forgive Val. And then if she forgives her, then they just forgive each other and they just move on about their life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that it's much more to it. We already know that 4 people on the phone call are all questioning whether or not Stacey has cancer. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole point, is whether she has cancer and who's stalking who. So do we really need to hear the full conversation? People can say, yeah, I'm nosy, I want to hear it. But, you know, Val confessed. I showed y'all, you know, a little snippet of what was, you know, kind of supporting what Val said. So then that's all pretty much there is to say. But do I believe that people are just going to be satisfied with just that clip? Not really, because people are nosy in this sector. And that's why I said this is the type of sector you're in. So if you're a content creator or even subscriber, you know what sector you're in. People are nosy and messy. And this might not satisfy everybody. But to be honest, you know, Val's in the hospital. She already confessed to her part in this. And then from there, just move on, people. Move on. And hopefully Stacey B actually just goes back to her truths. And she now can sleep at night, I guess, just knowing, well, you know, now she knows what the conversation was about, you know, going back and forth to who's stalking who, which we already knew about, conversation about whether Stacey B has cancer or not. So now you know. So maybe right now you can kind of move on and just truce it out. Now, my gut instinct is telling me that this is not the end of it all. And with that being said, let me go eat my food because bye. My gut instinct just told me right now that this ain't gonna be the end. A mess.
You gon' fuck around and find out. You gon' fuck around and find out. I'ma put your ass in timeout. I'ma give your ass a knockout. I'ma give you a whooping your mama should get ya. Oh, you gon' fuck around and find out. I got time today. You gon' find out. Yo, anywhere, any place, map it out. It's on sight. You gon' pull up, you ain't gon' pull off. You gon' fuck around and find out. Oh, you thought you could try me. Oh, you thought you could play me. I'm the coach, you the player. You can't teach the coach. You can't play the coach. You can't beat me at my own game. You can't cheat when it's my game. Checkmate, don't calculate. I win, you lose. That's 1 for me, 0 for you. You gon' fuck around and find out. You gon' fuck around and find out. Why them other bitches mad? Why them other bitches hating? These bitches is mad. These bitches is sad cause they fucked around and found out. You gon' fuck around